Good afternoon. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professionals. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable knowledge seekers, today I'm your host for the afternoon. My name is Anana. I'm from Bangladesh. Dear knowledge seekers, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and training institute. In the last 3 years, we have already served 35 plus million knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus professions and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professionals (IGP) is the training facility for skill development, which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professionals is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve students and community resources, providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one's skill just by acquiring formal education, so we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, and internationally to students, job seekers, job holders, and also for learners through respective campus locations and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institution. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education isn't a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminars, courses, award quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 plus premium services for free, like creating our portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivational letter, and world knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can upgrade all day. Kids learning games, website, free courses, converter sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectations and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and online offline courses for youth and learner by professional trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by globally renowned professionals to develop all kinds of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learners. We represent more diversity, growth, and innovation and require to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGB members are committed to offering effective, best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill levels and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Before you move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,248 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we have already completed 2,248 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speakers, participants, and well-wishers, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We changed and designed our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprises for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or logged in, you can't enjoy our services. So create your account for once with your proper information. Note that with your proper information, you will enjoy all features. With mismatches data, you can do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition. On our website, we replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified EAT certificates. Now it's easier and time oriented because after this session, we will not provide you with any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you passed, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificate, speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download your certificate of gratitude. If you are an online quiz competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participated in any award function which organized combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 type of instant certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professionals Membership, Certificate of Global Influencer during the pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activist during the pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2022, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2021, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2022. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement 2. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, The New Trends in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Upskill and Organizational Leadership and Managerial Skills. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trends and Innovation in Mathematics Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research a Comprehensive Approach. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching a Special Program in the Arts. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Tools in Teaching Mathematics. Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador. Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1000 plus international level quizzes with verified e-certificates, teaching tips for teachers, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teachers. You can join IGP Alumni. You can check out our 50 plus premium services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well wisher, we promised previously, but lack of our technical issue, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous credential. We solved all issue from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your dashboard for all webinars details. It's a cordial request to you. Check all buttons and pages on our website. Surely I can say you will be benefited. Thank you. But note that without any account or logged in, you can enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 2247 program, and program name is Forgiveness and Happiness, and our honorable speaker is Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Apalelu from the founder and director, inspired speaker, and global advertiser and award-winning author. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, thank you so much for your great information about the IGP. I believe that everyone has already know what IGP is all about, Institute of Global Professionals. And I also want to thank you, ma'am, for inviting me to continue where I stopped early this year
My
on
pleasure, ma'am.
on teaching on this great platform. Thank you so much for introducing me. And without wasting any much time, let's continue. Let me first of all say thank you to all our well able learners, our participants, our great achievers on the platform. Thank you so much, Queenie Rose, Rosalinda, Tello, Evelyn. Thank you so much, Clemencia. Thank you so much. Please share the link so that other people can also join us on this journey of learning. Today is another very important topic on forgiveness and happiness. What a great topic. So I'm going to be rushing because I have a lot for you to understand and also to learn on this platform. So we're going to be teaching on forgiveness and happiness. I won't say much, so I'll just go straight to the point. So let's start.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
mindset for our relationship is the main core of this forgiveness and happiness. And that is why we are bringing this forgiveness and happiness topic so that we can learn together. Okay. So let me ask you a question quickly before we move on, or many questions, or even two or three questions. Did someone break your heart? Did someone betray, cheat, or humiliate you? Do you want to learn how to let go, rise above the situation of disappointment, how to communicate your expectation and feelings, how to build trust and start all over again, how to reconnect, restore, and rebuild relationship, marriage and family, and even partnership? Because that is the main reason why you are here on this platform. Have you been disappointed before? How do you feel when you were disappointed, and what did you do when you experienced disappointment? Did someone break your heart? Did someone betray or cheat or humiliate you? And I want to believe that majority of you have gone through this series before. How many of you have been yourself in this situation of lost love, saying to yourself, I can never love again? All men are the same, all women are the same. Have you found yourself also where you are being cheated and you don't know what to do anymore, or you are broken down? How many of you have felt disappointed and concluded there is no even love? So that is why we are here today. Another thing I also want you to know is that sometimes four things that are missing in any relationship could be the ignorance. Probably they don't know and you don't know. So that is why we can step on other people's toes. And sometimes we can hurt ourselves deeply. Lack of understanding. Sometimes we might not even know the main reason why we love or relate. We don't know the meaning of love. We don't even know the meaning of love, of relationship. And what you don't know, you abuse. Sometimes as well, lack of vision. Because if you are just doing whatever you are doing or anyhow, treating people badly, stepping on their toes, hurting them, probably you yourself, you don't know where you are going. So you don't have a vision, you don't have a dream. And sometimes as well, unknown of our identity. If you don't know who you are and your purpose, that can lead to you hurting yourself and hurting others. So that is why we need to tackle this today. So the moment of truth is happiness depends on our mindset. Mindset opens opportunity and learning. It exposes us into reality of life and genuineness. Mindset is how we judge the situation, how we perceive others, and how we treat ourselves and treat others. The state of our mind matters, especially in this topic that we are treating today on happiness and forgiveness. And as the word of God says, as the man thinks, so is he. Out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks. So what you have stored in your mindset is how you react. And your belief system depends on the informations that you stored in your mindset. And that is why I'm saying to you today that before we can tackle this information of forgiveness and happiness, it depends on the information you have. Because if your information is relating to positivity, probably you will reason with me that yes, things have gone wrong. Somebody has hurt you, but things can still change. So that is the reason why we are sharing this. Mindset is how we judge the situation as well. Because sometimes we might want to conclude and also blame others, condemn, and even judge. So, but it all depends on the level of your understanding and the level of your knowledge. How we perceive others and how we treat ourselves and treat others. Yes, you might think somebody hurt you today and you are in a state of unforgiveness. What about you yourself hurting another person? So it's in between, because we are all human beings. Somebody can hurt us and we also can hurt others. But sometimes we might not even see or understand or even know that we are hurting others. But then it's so easy for us to know that somebody else has hurt us. So the state of our mind matters, especially on the above topic again. And that is why we need to continue sharing on this. Okay. So the only way to live happily, peacefully, and harmony with one another is the world is for in this world is for everyone to admit it that we are not perfect. We are all different and we can make mistakes. We can hurt another person. Sometimes it might not be deliberately, it might not be intention, it might just come on occasion. And that is why we need to have this in mind. One of my great leaders said that sometimes part of our personal development is for us to prepare ourselves before the disappointment comes. For us to prepare is for us to keep learning, because learning is lifelong. So when you keep learning, keep reading, keep searching, keep watching valuable tapes and videos, keep watching films that are really content with life, then you will have an awareness. Then you can prepare your mind and you can prepare yourself for it before it comes. Because when you prepare yourself and build your own personal development, then you are preparing yourself for the future, for the uncertainty. You are preparing yourself for something that can happen that you cannot have control of. You are preparing yourself for life, and you are preparing for yourself for this journey that we find ourselves. So we all have the ability to choose better understanding, and better understanding bring peace, unity, and love. From my own past and present experiences, I became strong to know that forgiving someone does not mean it didn't happen. You cannot ignore that. You cannot shy away from that. You can't deny that. It happens, and so forgiveness doesn't necessarily resume trust. No. Yes, it has broken the trust. The trust that has been broken today cannot be repaired, rebuilt overnight. It takes long to do that. But the fact that you've started renewing your mindset and determined that no matter the situation you will forgive, is the beginning of resuming the trust. Just to your path towards reconciliation. I know through experience, when we choose to forgive and allow that to work within our heart, cutting off every places where anger, hurt, bitterness, and fear thoughts of self-pity, self-righteousness rise up, then the event becomes nothing but a memory. We find ourselves free of all emotional attachment to it. We even forget it. That is if our mindset has been taken care of. Now you now know the reason why we started with mindset is everything. Everyone has suffered some sort of emotional hurt through the words or actions of another. Oh, yes, including myself that is sharing with you. We've all experienced it in one way or the other. Some might be long term, some might be short term, some might be big one that, oh my God, when you look at it, when you assess it, you say, why will I even forgive this person? But then we are all experiencing it, either it's small or short or long one. Experiencing this hurt is completely natural. It is natural because we are all human. So, but sometimes the hurt lasts longer than it needs to be. This makes it harder to be happy. And if we can't let go and move on, it can ruin our lives and it can ruin our relationship. That is why it's so important for us to tackle this topic of happiness and forgiveness. In every challenges of life, there is always storms. There are ways to come out of these storms. Situations are not permanent. You hear me correct several times when I come to this platform, and I'll let you know when I say no condition is permanent and no one is perfect. So when we start renewing our mindset with this statement of no condition is permanent, no one is perfect, then you are repositioning yourself in the society that even if everything comes up, you've already know Maybe the person that hurt you have not known what you are knowing today. So sometimes we have to come to that situation of empathy and saying, not because you want to promote or entertain what the other person has done to you, but you want to free your own mind and free yourself and even help him in one way or the other. Oh, thank you, Ambassador Kwakwe Isaiah. Thank you for joining us. Jabi Oritina, thank you for joining us. Evelyn, thank you also for joining us. So people have got used to hiding from their emotions and to letting them govern their lives uncontrollably, which leads to many unresolved conflicts, inner and with others. To send mixed messages to the people around them and to numerally lingering issues waiting to be resolved. What really happened because of this, the person who is in touch with these emotions, who knows how to control and understand them, and who is able to discharge themselves from their feelings is often viewed as a stable, professional, and reliable partner in business or even in our private life. This statement is what I want us to understand. I will repeat it again. And that is the main reason. If you don't take anything from here today, if you take this particular statement, then you will act on it. I will repeat that statement again. The person who is in touch with their emotions, who knows how to control and understand them, who is able to discharge themselves from their feelings, is often revealed as stable, professional, and reliable partner in business, even in our own relationship and private life. And I think that is what you need to overcome. That's to be the end result of this training today. 1 hour is not enough to teach on forgiveness and happiness. But I'm just going to go through a little bit, and then probably when there's another occasion, I will come back and also elaborate more. But if you want to take anything from this place today, know that you are now in a good position for you to know how to control and understand your emotions, understand and control the situation, understand the other person's perspective, and also how to now discharge yourself from their feelings and also your feelings. That will make you to be stable, professional, reliable, and also be happy in your relationship. Sometimes we involve in blame games, and I think you can resonate with me. That is very common. We blame everyone. Government blaming parents for what is going on in the society, drugs, killing and stabbing, gangster and rapists, parents blaming the government and the film producers, wives blaming the man that left them, the pursuit of money and career, and even blaming the children that become rebellious, and children blaming their parents for not listening to them. Finally, social services blaming parents and parents blaming others. However, no one is taking any responsibility of those actions or their actions. If we are going to if we are going to free ourselves from unforgiveness, we also need to take some responsibility. Responsibility of your actions, responsibility of your feelings, responsibility of what you say to others, and responsibility of making yourself healthier, happier, and wealthier. It's your responsibility. So if you want to forgive yourself and free yourself, then you need to take that responsibility and not blaming the other person. That doesn't mean that the person didn't do what they did. They did it. But you want to mature yourself, develop yourself, and move on and let go. That is why you need to take responsibility. There are so many charities and groups and religious leaders that are working hard to find solution, but not enough, and we try to push the main problem aside. There is no point dealing with the problem from the surface or from the top, but recognize the root of the problem. That is why I will also say, while you are taking the responsibility of what is happening, you also need to evaluate why this thing happened. What causes this situation? Why did that person behave that way? Have I also contributed to that? These are the assessment that you need to set back and think about it. So there's no point dealing with the problem from the surface of blaming and also taking unnecessary action. You know, you respond, not react, but recognize the root of the problem, because once you know the root of the problem, then the problem is half solved. Charity begins at home. It's a generational problem, and the earlier we start researching the issues and pay attention to details, we can help our men, we can help our women, we can help our younger ones, because it's very, very important. Unforgiveness has damaged lives, has killed so many souls. Unforgiveness has even created so many diseases in the lives of people. Unforgiveness boosts the blood pressure. Unforgiveness attached to mental health. And that is why it is so important, because if you want to be happy in life, you also need to learn how to overcome the past or let go. Someone that can never forgive is someone destined to be alone. I believe God of the universe has created heaven and earth, and has created us to work together, relate together, unite together, love one another, work. So that is why we cannot isolate ourselves. It is meant, it is done. Yes, they will hurt us, they will disappoint us. But how we now respond to it is what matters. And that will make our maturity increase. Forgiveness is one of the ways you can profoundly change your life. It's not always easy. Let me not come here on this platform and say, yes, you need to forgive, it is easy. No, it is not easy. We are all battling it every day. But when we come to that kind of masterclass like this, you learn more from others, and then you'll be able to apply it into your life, and that makes it better, but not easy. So don't let me just fool you to say it is easy. So forgiveness and forgetting is a skill that requires work to become good at it. But be smart. If someone took advantage of you at work or even in relationship, it doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful to prevent it from happening again. So even when you forgive, you still have skills that you need to develop in order for you to prevent it not to happen again in your life, especially in relationship. You can learn a lot from our mistakes, from our hurts, from our disappointment, from our discouragement. We can learn a lot from one another. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be careful. So forgiveness means that you should let it go, so you don't have to be miserable thinking about that person every day of your life. Imagine you see the person coming, hear about that person, and your mind is already troubled. Then your blood pressure starts increasing. Then you are finding a way of escaping and preventing that person. No, you are putting yourself in a situation of a danger, let me say danger zone. And the person that you are even avoiding might not even know what they've done. They might not even, they might not think the way you are thinking. So they are free. That's why it is so important that you also need to free yourself. Negative emotions are tools that can tell us that something might be wrong. For your best results, take the appropriate action at the time something happened, and then be done with the emotions. Forgive and move on with your life. Very important. So, what are the techniques to help you forgive? Because we've been talking about this forgiveness for the past few days. I'm trying to jump my slides because I cannot finish up I never finish my slides. I only pause it, and then next time I continue from where I stop. So, these are the technicals that can help you to forgive, to let go, and move forward with greater happiness. Number one, think about all the advantages of letting go of your hurts. I know you will know some of it, because while you are thinking, the ideas will come on you. Make a list of what you would gain by forgiving what has happened to you. What will you gain if you forgive and move on? Think about how free you will feel when you let go. How will your relationship with that person change if you let go? How will that relationship with that person change? Because sometimes forgiving people will also makes us to help others. Maybe you don't know. You might even be the savior of that person that hurts you, because he might not know, or maybe they too, they are going through some things, some situations that they cannot answer to, and that is why they just trash on you or hurt you badly. It might be from their own background, it might be from their own upbringing, it might be from their own emotional trauma. So that is the more reason why when you forgive yourself, you let go, and you are also going to help others with theirs. Okay, number two, list the disadvantages of maintaining your negative feelings. I believe that one is easy for you than the first stage. Yes, you have so many disadvantages of maintaining your negative feelings. Why? Why won't I forgive that person? I'm sure you have more than 100 reasons why you can never forgive that person. What else is it taking on you and the people around you? How does it affect you? That unforgiveness. How does it affect you? That disadvantages of maintaining that negative feelings. How does it affect you? Affect everyone around you, even your loved ones, your children, your neighbors, your co-workers. Because by the time we realize it, we are affecting many, many people around us. How does it affect your children? Like I just said, if you can't forgive your wife, your family, your husband, your parents, or whomever, how does it affect the children? Firstly, you limited them from being free, because if you cannot forgive, you cannot visit, you cannot talk to that person, definitely you are holding your children back. I remember a situation many years ago when I used to be trading in the market here in United Kingdom, and somebody came across my store and she was saying that I can never forgive my mom. By the time I shared some scenarios with her, she went, she thought about it. 3 weeks after, she came back and said, "Thank you so much. I have forgiven my mom, and I am even booking a ticket to travel, take my children to see my mom." And guess what? Probably they've not been in contact with the mom for the past many years. So she denied herself, and also denied the opportunity that the children could have to connect with their grandmom. That is what we are talking about. So your unforgiveness affects everyone around you. Is it going to solve anything by continuing down the path you are currently on? Does it solve anything? Your unforgiveness, does it solve any problem? In fact, sometimes you might want to say that it satisfies your feelings. But no, it doesn't satisfy your feelings if we are going to say the truth to ourselves. You are not happy. You are bitter. Yes, you are full of bitterness. So you can't say it satisfies your feelings. So that is one reason why we need to rethink about all these questions. The third one, commit to let go. If you want to let go, you have to be committed to it. You have to really discipline yourself to say, this time I'm letting go. I'm putting the past by, because the past will only hold you back. But when you let go and let the spirit of forgiveness reign and control your lives, then you will find a solution. It's difficult to accomplish anything without having the intention of doing so. Most people don't miraculously lose 25 pounds or start saving an extra $100 each every month. No, it takes discipline. Anything positive normally starts with an intention. So you have to pay, you have to be intention of doing it, to forgive and let go. So commit to finding a way to forgive and move on. Very important. If you have to read some books, if you have to seek counseling, if you have to go through a church for them to pray with you, if you have to go through this professional work, you have to make an attempt. That's what we are talking about. If you really want to let go. Then the fourth one, you have every one of us have a choice. We are intelligent, thoughtful creatures. We don't have to simply react to things like lower animals. We are above animals. You do have a choice about how you interpret things and the actions you take afterwards. You can also change your mind and choose something different after your initial reaction. You can choose. So you can see that the power is in your hands. If you want to forgive, you can. It might be looking difficult, it might be looking it's not easy. Yes, I agree with you. But yes, you can forgive. And yes, you can let go. And yes, you can forget the past and start all over again your life. You can start all over again your relationship. You can start all over again by building that trust and be happy for your sake, for your life, for your future, and for the people around you. Because if you are happy, everyone around you will be happy. But if you are miserable, you can imagine how you are going to influence the people around you. The fifth one, be empathetic. It's easy to just assume that the other person is just a bad person. It's so easy. Like I said, we just blame, we just condemn, we just criticize, we just complain, we just blame. It's so easy to do that. But maybe there is more to it than that. What else do they have going on in their own lives? I told you. That's why we need to assess the situation, assess the people that are involved when you are being hurt. Has something happened in their past that caused them to behave the way that they did now? Yes, yes, of course. Try to see things from their perspective. I'm not saying that what they've done is wrong, is right. And I'm not saying that you should entertain all this attitude, this bad behavior. But I am saying that if you really want to free yourself and be happy, you need to take some steps. So you might be surprised what you will find out about them. Like I said, it can be upbringing. It might be what their own bad past experience. It might be their mistakes. It might be their ignorance. It might be the lack of knowledge. It might be anything. Then number six, consider your part in it. Do you contribute to the issue in some ways? I know you won't agree that, because many of us will think it's the other side. But sometimes it takes two to do for something to happen. Maybe it could be 50-50, it could be 30-70 or 60-40%. But then you can't just shy away and say every 100% is blame goes to the other side. So that means to say it's rare that anyone is 100% innocent when there is a disagreement occur. Realizing your part in the matter can help you understand their motivation. Also, it's important to find forgiveness for yourself as well. If you regret anything that you did, then you also can ask for forgiveness. It doesn't have to be that you are depending on them for them to act for you to forgive or for you to ask for forgiveness. Do you know that sometimes you can also forgive yourself? Yes, you forgive yourself first. Free yourself first before you can free others. That's number six. Number seven, focus on the here and now, not the past, not the future. Here and now. Constantly reliving the past just keeps the hurt feeling charming. One of the keys to life is to be in the presence. Look around you. What do you see? What are you doing? If you are washing the dishes, be 100% focused. If you are talking to somebody about any issue, be focused. 100% be present. Don't let your body be somewhere and then your mind is somewhere else. So you need to be focused and be present. Not thinking about other things, but be present. Because sometimes we lose out. Like I always say, if your focus is broken, everything around you will be broken, will be destroyed. Imagine for a driver driving and they lose their focus. You already know the answer. What will happen to them when they are driving and they lose the focus? The same thing happens to individual. So you need to make sure that you are focusing and you are in the presence. When somebody is talking to you, be there. When you are talking to somebody, be there, be focused. One other things I would like to know is that when you focus, it's whatever you focus on, elaborate, expand. So move on. Number 8, forgive the person and you will immediately feel better. We are at our best when we act with compassion. We feel great too when compassion and forgiveness are automatically part of our lives. Oh, yes, forgiveness is something that you largely do for yourself. Let me say this, it's not overnight. A Rome is not built in a day. When you keep forgiving yourself, practicing forgiveness, it will be part of you. I can guarantee you that I've started working on this forgiveness right from when I was in my teenager. And then I'm still going on. I'm still going on. I'm growing. I'm growing. I'm not there yet. But I know that there are a lot of things that I've let go. And I think it has freed me. If I tell you my age now, you'll be surprised. But because I'm still feeling like the person that is just 21 or maybe 21 years old or 18 years old. Because I free my mind. I free myself. I do not let anything hold me back. I want my 100% happiness. And I think that is what you also need to aim at. When you are happy, you'll be free from sickness and disease. Trust me. When you are happy, you'll be free from mental issue. When you are happy, I mean deep from the within, not what you have, not the wealth that you have, not the achievement, the certificate you have, but happiness within, peace of God within, joy that overflows. When you have that, you'll be free from oppressor. You'll be free from depression. You'll be free from bitterness. You'll be free from mental issue. You'll be free and you will also influence others around you. Because when you are happy, you are like a magnet that magnify others together. So when you are happy, you ignite the light in the darkness. When you are happy, you ignite the light that is in the darkness. Oh, yes, you overcome together. You rise above every situation, every circumstances. You look at it in a different way. Like we always say, that even if anything happen, we are the one that escalate it. We are the one that magnify it. But then when you look at it with our little eye and say, oh, this is just a mosquitoes that just need to brush up and move on, you'll be happy for the rest of your life. That's what we are talking about. That yes, you can be happy and yes, you can forgive others. Let me see if I can give more. However, let us start with individuals, me and you, that is on this platform. Thank you so much for joining us. And then later, Letrim, Braka, thank you so much for joining us. Let me just say this. I have such few qualities of an exceptional father's man, husband, even children, even us, wife, mothers, to encourage ourselves, to motivate ourselves, to know that we are all in this journey together. We can fall apart. We can disappoint one another. We can hurt one another, not deliberately, but it just happened. But then we can free ourselves to know that yes, I forgive and now I need to move on. When you forgive somebody, doesn't mean that you've forgotten, you neglect the real issue. When you forgive somebody, then there's some process that you need to go through to let go completely. There's some process that you need to go to that you can even free the person that hurt you. There are some process also that you need to go through that you can become whole and full of joy, happiness, and peace of mind. It's very important. Let me also round up with this statement that says, remember, life is too short. Life can be hard sometimes. It's not easy with problems on our mind. We got to take one day at a time. Rome is not built in a day. It takes patience to cook a proper delicious soup if you know how to cook or if you enjoy cooking. You can agree that with me. Because first of all, you plan what do you want to eat, what do you want to cook. Then you list what you need to buy, the ingredients. You go to the market, you get them all. It might not be only one item, it might be many items. And then you come back home, you want to start cooking. Then you start selecting which one to go first. I think I'm right. Which one to go first? So all this process, so everything in life needs process. So to have happiness and to forgive is if there is a process. If you want to know more about that, you can visit us through IGP or you can email me on elizabeth.lucas49@gmail.com or yyci.academy@gmail.com, because 1 hour is not enough. It's not enough for us to tell you about forgiveness and happiness. So if you want to forgive, you are making your mind that yes, you want to let go and you want to be happy for the rest of your life, and not only for you alone, for the generations to come, for people in your society and your community, your co-worker. You want to influence them with good odor of happiness, then contact us and we'll be able to give you, like I said, it's a process. It's not overnight, but then the earlier the better you start building yourself up in this area, and also to make yourself happy and forgive. The earlier the better you know these principles and take some actions, the earlier you free yourself and enjoy your life. We are able to bless those who have injured us with a sincere heart and are even willing to return to the relationship and build again. And God intended to build the first time around. You see? So it's very important that when you free yourself and let go, then it is so easy for you to help others. It's so easy for you to even help the person that hurt you. It's so easy for you to also help the person that is going through a lot in their lives, and probably they're sharing their stories, their experience, their bad situation with you. It's very, very important. So let go. Let them go. Your miracle comes in when you forgive others. Your miracle comes in when you learn to forgive others. Your miracle comes in when you let go of the past. So forgiveness lets you turn your back to for bitterness. Oh yes, when you forgive, you turn your back to bitterness. Forgiveness is giving up all hopes of a bitter past. Forgiveness is giving up all hope of a bitter past. If you have a regret about something you've done, use this moment to forgive yourself. Very important. Use this moment to forgive yourself and know that you are not perfect and you have the right to make mistakes and to correct the mistakes and learn from it. If you have a resentment against someone else, use this moment, this time, to forgive them. Even while you are listening to me now, change your mindset. Forgive them from your heart. And then whenever you have opportunity to connect with them, forgive them. Things don't go as planned. Learn to forgive and forgive quickly so that your joy may be full. It will reflect your emotions and gives you peace and be successful and joy in life. Finally, let me say this: with God, all things are possible, and there is nothing too difficult for God of the universe to do on your behalf. So the question is, are you ready? Let me also say this: I believe there are solutions to these issues in relationship in terms of forgiveness. They should realize and admit they have problem or they have something that they need to solve. They should seek for help. Like I will tell you, you can seek counseling, pastoral, professional help, prayers, support, and deliverance. And also be willing to help yourself and also help others. Again, with God, all things are possible, and there is nothing too difficult for God to do on your behalf. And yes, you can forgive. Yes, you can be happy again. And yes, you can enjoy the rest of your life. Thank you. Okay, I think I just finished there because, like I said, I will not be able to finish off my slides, but I just want to receive any questions and answers now. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, I finished my slides. Okay, so any questions now? If you have any questions on forgiveness and happiness.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP Knowledge Seeker. Once again, thank you so much, dear ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our questionnaire session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinars. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we will be back in our session part 2, which is the question part. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP Knowledge Seekers, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After questionnaire, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition.
Okay, so we are just waiting for your questions now. Right. Any questions?
Ma'am,
Okay.
the question is, Hi, Professor, why is it difficult to forgive? Thank you so much.
Great question. Thank you so much, Aaron Gad as Savajo. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, it is difficult to forgive because you are still in that moment. You are so disappointed. You are so discouraged. You are hurting. You are not happy. So it's so difficult. Yes, what the person has done to you is so much. It's so deep, so, yes, it might be very difficult to forgive. It could not even involve tarnishing your image. Even life can be lost. Imagine if anything, you can lose your job for it, you can lose lives, business. We totally understand that it is difficult to forgive because we are hungry. You are very upset. You've been hurt. Not only hurt, it has affected your lives. It has affected your relationship, your trust for that person. It has affected your own activities. I remember when long time ago, we're talking about 30 something years ago, when I was hurt or been discovered, hurt by somebody. I mean, finding myself in an emotional trauma. It was difficult then. It's not easy. If anybody comes to you to say it's easy, it's not easy because you're being hurt. It took me years for me to overcome. So you can see. So yes, that is why it is so difficult to forgive. But you like your life, I think, and you want to be happy. That's the main reason why we are on earth. You want to have a peace of mind? You want to live free from bitterness? And even also called sickness and disease that is good. You want to be free from that. You want to be free from mental issue, depression, stress, all that. It is difficult, yes, it is. But it's the decision is you. What do you want for your life, for your future? And that is more reason why you can forgive. Because life is too short. Because you want to be happy. You want to be free. You want to be joyful of joy and have peace of mind. That is what you can be saying. And that is why, yes, it's difficult. That is the mind of a negative mind. That is a negative mind. But then you can shift from negative to positive to say, yes, this can be difficult, but I can break myself free. I can make myself free. I can be happy and build a trust. It's not the end of the world. Look at it this way. We are breathing today. It's not by our own making that we are still alive. It's the chance that we are being given to go to sleep yesterday and wake up this morning. So yes, it's difficult. They hurt you badly. They affected your life. Yes, they totally agree. But what we are saying is that when there is life, there is still hope. So you can shift, and you are the only one that have the power to do that. It's difficult, but you can break free. You can break the chain. You can break the barrier. You can come out of your hidiness, your comfort zone, and you can smash it because you have greatness in you. Whatever looks difficult now, God can make it, change it around, and you can forgive. I agree with you. It's the fact that it is difficult because of what you've gone through, because the position that you have found yourself, because of the trauma. Yes, it is difficult. but you have the power to break free. That's what we are talking about. I believe I've
Thank you
answered your
so
question.
much, ma'am. So our another question is, good evening, everyone. Hi, ma'am. How does forgiveness lead to happiness? Thank you.
How does forgiveness lead to happiness? Hmm. If something good is happening in your life, definitely you'll be happy. If you are enjoying your life, you have peace of mind, you will be happy. If you are doing what you can control, you will be happy. So it's likewise forgiveness. If you can forgive, you will be happy because you are letting go of the past. You are position yourself as a mature person. You are rising above the situation. You are breaking yourself free from every limitation. You are also freeing yourself from every form of sickness and disease. All these toxics, they can be flushed away from your mind, from your life. You can be happy when you forgive others because they are not holding your life. They are not limiting you with their own attitude towards you. You can also have your happiness when you are free with everyone. You are not limiting yourself. You are breaking free from fear because unforgiveness also creates fear. Fear of socializing, fear of taking some actions, fear of moving forward. So when you forgive, you break free from fear. And like I said, whatever is happening to you makes you happy. So if you can be free to do whatever you like, then you will be happy. What is going on in your life makes you happy. So if you can forgive somebody and let go, and it's not holding you back, and you are active, you are doing what you like to do, you are relating with others, then you will be happy. I believe I've answered your question.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our another question is, good evening, Dr. Professor. What are the disadvantage of forgiveness, if any? Thanks.
The disadvantages of forgiveness is probably misunderstanding or misunderstanding or absorption. Sometimes when we say we forgive, sometimes we might misunderstand it to trust. Trust is different from forgiveness. Because you forgive that person doesn't mean that you've restored automatically your trust for with them. One of the disadvantages as well is sometimes the negative thoughts. Because you forgive that person, the person might think, oh yes, I win, or I win the battle. No, it's for your own good, no matter what they said. Or even your colleagues, your opinion, your friends or your people around you might be saying that, why do you have to forgive? Now you are putting us in a situation that you are blaming yourself that you are the guilty of it. No, you are freeing yourself. So that can be an disadvantage. Another disadvantage is sometimes you might look at it as if you are inferiority. You know, that you have inferiority complex. So that means because you've put yourself low. You never put yourself low. People will look at it, or you might even think that that is a disadvantage of you forgiving. No. In fact, I will shock you today. When you forgive, you've just you've just repositioned yourself from one level to another level. You've gained experience there, and you are more better and mature for forgiving. You are rising above the situation and even increasing your own capability, your ability. You are just encouraging yourself, and you are also building your weakness. So every disadvantages, when you look at it, every disadvantages of forgiveness, there will always be advantages. It's like a coin. So when you look at it as if, oh, people will think I'm a fool for forgiving that person, look at it the other same way, that What about me? How do I feel about it? It's what you feel, not what other people say. So that is also another way to overcome this disadvantage of forgiveness. Never you think that you are the one in the wrong. You might be the right person. You might have done the right thing, but you are letting go of yourself. So it doesn't really necessary that you are the guilty of that situation when you forgive. Because these are the things that also let us down. Sometimes our feelings of, oh my God, that means I've made myself fool. That means I've made myself idiot or silly for forgiving that person. And the person is not. Another advantage is when you forgive that person and that person is not even ready to forgive. It can be an advantage. But in that situation, what will you do? You move on with your life. You've done what is good for your life, for you, for your life. So even if the other person is making noise and not want to forgive or something like that, it's not your business. It's about you, not about them. So you let go and free yourself and enjoy your life, because why? Life is too short. So that is it. So every disadvantages of forgiveness, there will always be advantages. So that is why you need to gauge, you have to look at the advantages quickly when the thought of disadvantages of forgiveness is coming your way. Quickly assess the advantages of it, because that will override that motion. I hope I've answered your question. Any other question?
No, ma'am. Thanks.
I want to seize this opportunity to say thank you so much for sharing, for listening, and learning from this very important topic. Whenever I have any of that opportunity, I will come back to share with you part two of this happiness and forgiveness, because it's very important. Every one of us, from the little, for the younger ones to the older ones, across the leadership and every other person, we all need to forgive, to let go, to move on, and also to gain the power of forgiveness and be happy for the rest of your life. If you want to be happy, it's in your hands. You have the responsibility of your happiness. So learn to forgive. Like I said, forgiveness is not overnight. It's a process, because from there you build trust, you build your honesty, you also rely, you also need to learn some skills of what goes wrong, your own input into your contribution to that situation, and also the situation itself and the other party, how you can perceive. And guess what? Mindset is where you will store all these informations, and whatever you store in your information, in your mindset, is what you will act on, is what you will believe, and it is what will free you and make you to be happy. Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will some add value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable Ma'am, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, Ma'am. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And what's your name again? What's your name?
My name is Ananya, Ma'am.
Anna. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Ananya.
much. Anania. Did I get it
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for all our viewers this afternoon or this evening. May God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable ma'am, before we move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can, ma'am.
Okay.
IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. So the certification instruction is visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website, find a running session and get enrolled. After watching or completing part 1 video session, click mark as complete, move to the next, which is the learning test quiz. Passing mark is 80%. If passed, back to the course again and download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz. Download your certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I'm going to share the procedure again. Certificate instruction is visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website, sign up or sign in, find a running session and get enrolled. After watching or completing part 1 video session, click mark as complete. Move to the next, which is the learning test quiz. Passing mark is 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed, to retake the quiz, download your certificate in PDF or JPG. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. We changed a few process for online live quiz competition. Note that after live, no one can participate. Participation process is now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Visit www.eduigp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you can join live quiz competition anymore. Browse the live quizzes button or give a link, find the session name and join with your locked user or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes to others to join. Enjoy an online live quiz competition. After the quiz, we will issue certificate for the top 10 as previously, which you can find on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. After a short video, we will start our quiz competition. So our first question is forgiveness and reconciliation characterize option A or B. Option B is the correct answer and 95% people are correct. And our next question is finding forgiveness and repentance is option A or option B. And the correct answer is A, and 87% people are correct. And our next question is forgiveness dash and dash our dignity. Option A or B? And the correct answer is option A, and 100% people are correct. And our next question is forgiveness and generosity is option A or B? And the correct answer is option A, and 100% people are correct. And our next question is forgiveness and savor is option A or B? And the correct answer is option B, and 74% people are correct. And our next question is God's forgiveness and friendship, option A or B? And the correct answer is option B, and 96% people are correct. And our next question is repentance brings forgiveness and blessing, option A or B? And the correct answer is option A, and 96% people are correct. And our next question is Quranic themes includes forgiveness and dash, option A or B? And the correct answer is option B, and 83% people are correct. And our next question is God's forgiveness and mercy are option A or B? And the correct answer is option B, and 9% people are correct. And our next question is God's forgiveness and mercy are option A or B? Option B is the correct answer, and 87% people are correct. So, congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our website and our official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result, and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificates on our website and official Facebook page, Institute of Global Professionals. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end life button, again wants to thank all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you in the next session. Thank you.